Hey everyone, Henry here from Baitcast Bearings. Today we have a Shimano Curado DC 101 HG series. We're going to be replacing these bearings to the Platinum series bearings by Baitcast Bearings. And let's get started. A little more intricate of a setup, but if I can do it, you can do it. Let's put it that way. So, reel spins pretty good, makes that infinite sound. Not too bad. Free spooling. Not bad at all. All right, let's get started. So remove the side plate there. You have your drag system here. You just gotta turn it up to 4, and then it should say open, and then just give it a little bit of movement further, and then you should go twist it and wiggle the side plate off. Again, not your traditional bearing change, as you can tell, the DC system, but again, pretty easy. You can see the bearing kind of tucked way back in there. We're gonna get that from the back side and go from there. So might as well start with the harder part. That's the way I like to do things around here. So I'm just gonna remove these 3 screws here, and we can get to the back side. Again, nice pressure down. You don't want to strip anything, and just twist with pressure on it. Tweezers. Little holders here makes life a little easier. We don't have a holder, a little container will work. Tupperware, whatever you got there. Will work. Hard to get in there, so you a little more of a smaller screw. Twist that one off. That one as well. Let's put this here. Get down to this screw right here. We're going to take the system off and flip it upside down. And what we're going to do is that we're going to be removing this little plate here. You can see it kind of just slides down out of the way, so we're just gonna slide it and just gently pull it out like so. Put that down. Got our pressure plate right here. And we're just gonna remove that. Comes off next. We got a little washer right here. It's a real rubber washer. It just comes off like so. You can tell the flat spot right there. So the flat spot sits down. It sits up like that. Alright. And you can see I can put everything in order of how I removed it. And that exposes you to the bearing right there for you. So not too shabby. We're just going to take it and kind of pull the bearing out. Okay. There we go. We got our bearing right there. If you notice on the back side, this might be a washer. Yeah, there's a washer right there. So just be careful of that. We're going to take that washer, put it right back in where we found it. Don't need to touch that. And it just sits in like so. There's our first bearing. We're just going to leave that aside for a sec. Take our spool off. Wiggle that out. So you can tell DCs don't have the bearings on the shaft, so you only need 2 kit here for you. So we're going to put that aside. Start working on the handle side here. So again, we're just going to spin it so we have full access with the side knob here. And we're just going to spin your drag star so I have enough room so I can work on this knob. We got left hand, I'm just going to twist it. That's the way it's built. You just hold it where it's easiest for you. I'm going to take off that. And we're going to use my pair of tweezers, and we're just going to pull this clip out here. Again, I like to put my finger over so it doesn't go flying on us. There we go. Just going to twist the handle again so you have more access. We're going to see if we can pull this bearing out. Tweezers. Oh, there we go. There's the secondary bearing. And if I line these 2 bearings up, you can see here they're identical bearings. And I believe these are 3x10x4s. We're going to 2. This customer has chosen an upgrade to the Platinum series. If you're investing in any reels, you might as well spend a little extra and have something that spins very nicely. So we're just going to remove the orange seals on these. Again, use a freshwater fisherman. And you just get into them on the back side there where the shaft is and just kind of tweeze it underneath them. Seals are just, you can discard the seals. Again, if you don't have a pair of tweezers, you use a treble hook. Treble hook works just as fine. See, it just pops off like so. Same thing on this side here. It comes off like so. There we go. And every bearing we ship out, we do some QC, so make sure they're good before they get to you. Perfect. That really that sounds. Let's check the second one here. Music to my ears. All right. So we're gonna start on the install there. So if you notice there is a little white gasket in there, or a spacer. Just push that spacer back down. The spacer does come out. It's not a big deal. Don't panic. It just sits on the inside that groove nicely, so you can see that. I'm just gonna take our bearing, drop it in there like so. All right, that's good. I'm just gonna twist the handle so it kind of lines up. We're gonna grab our clip. Just gonna lay my clip on top like that, and then I use my fingers just to move it back and forth while applying pressure downwards. Twist it if you feel the seat's in there. There you have it. It was that easy to change that bearing out on a DC reel. Alright, we're going to take my cap again. We have Shimano oil that comes with your reel instead of the box. You can put a little tiny dab. You don't need much at all. Put too much, it's actually going to make it real worse. So we do put a lot. Just take a paper towel and just dab it up. We're just going to put this handle back on again. If it's going on tight, just back it off and just try again. This handle should go on nice and smooth. No different when you're fine tuning your reel. It should be nice and easy. See how he's going to effortlessly just screw it on there. Alright. That's it. Alright, you're done on that side. Good to go. Upside, we're going to take our bearing. Yeah, we're going to put it in the hole. Make sure it seats. Push it down in there. Make sure it's good. It's seated. It's good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a rubber seal on. And the rubber seal does have a ridge on it. You notice there. See if we can see that. A little ridge. So the flat side goes down on the end there. Alright. Like so. And then we're going to have our little plate here. Like that. And I need to put a little dab of oil in there. Not much. You don't need much at all. Alright. And we're just going to put that into its place. Make sure it's in there. And if you notice that rubber seal, you want to line up that seal so there's an opening. So I can get it in there. So there's an opening where that slides in. There you go. You see a little opening down there. So probably the best way down here. Right there. So you want to make sure that lines up, that rubber seal lines up with that opening, because you gotta be able to stick that this guy in here. So we're just gonna take this. I'm just gonna slide it in. And if everything lines up, this little piece of metal should slide right through, holding everything in place. And once it's in there, you just grab the hole, just slide it like that. There you go. She's all seated. Nicely in there. Perfect. Alright, we're going to take our side plate. We're going to line up the holes. 2 back screws line up with these 2 holes here. There we go. Alright. There we go. Holes line up again. There we go. So the 2 back holes are the small screws. So get this one started a bit. Still want to tighten it down all the way. I need to have nice even pressure on my screws. Just to get started so it doesn't fall out. There we go. We're good to go there. We can take our spool. Just gonna clean it up a little bit. Nice and clean, squeaky. Same thing on the opposite side. Good there. Put the spool back in. Go. And gauge it, and we're good to go. Alright, we have all that. It's pretty good. Check our spools. It's a little loose, you can hear it. Gotta tighten it out a bit. There we go. It's good. There you have it, Curado DC 151 HG Platinum Series bearing upgrades by Baitcaster Bearings. Get a chance, stop by, subscribe, like, order some bearings. Let's get you in the water and casting further than ever.